Alright, I was going to try this with Periscope, but I don't get a signal outside, so this is my garden tour for the week. These are I think those are the Minnesota Midget. Yeah, these are my Minnesota Midget melons. They're starting to get longer, so hopefully eventually they'll go up this trellis. And then here I have two kinds of tomatillas. These are the Amaria, which is a Polish variety. Nothing inside the husk though. And this one is, I believe, a purple. Got some nasturtiums, marigolds. And then back here, all my sunflowers. Got a whole bunch of different varieties of that, so hopefully this will be pretty beautiful in a couple months. Here I have some bush beans. And here I have a whole bunch of different kinds of basil, which I was for sure thought were going to die with the way they looked when I put them in. So I got Thai basil, and opal basil, and lemon basil. Then the bare spots are the ones that actually did die. Over here, waiting to climb up the trellis, these are my nutmeg melons. That one's really starting to climb good. And here I have some more tomatillos. I think these are both regular, just green tomatillos. Look at the trunk on that one. This one's doing really good. And then those are planted in front of all sorts of nasturtiums. More nasturtiums. These are edamame. And hopefully I actually get some, because last year the aphids got them all. And then we have a whole bunch more sunflowers, and it looks like these are doing the best. The Chianti, I believe those are wine colored. Then over here, these aren't doing quite as hot, but we'll see. These are Riddle and Tigger melons. Although this Tigger melon seems to be doing pretty good, so I might get some. And then in front of there, we have some peppers. I think these are mostly early jalapeno peppers, but for some reason this is the only one that's getting big, and all the other ones have barely grown since I threw them in there. More nasturtiums, more marigolds. It's just I don't think I'll get anything, but looks pretty, the grapes going up the rain gutter. You can hear Lily being a brat in the background. Over here, got fennel, Rosalita lettuce, carrots, although most of them looks like didn't come up, but some of those packs were kind of old. Then we got black-seeded Simpson lettuce, Chioggia beets, and then on the other side, what didn't get ruined by the barn cat pooping in here, Love Lies bleeding amaranth, which looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like red dreadlock, so we'll see if it actually grows there if I got it in too late. Then I have two strawberry beds, which I had to put the netting over because the birds were eating them. And these are my raspberries, which look like they're doing awesome, although I don't get any fruit until like September. I'm not sure. I see something's eating the leaves, and I know those stupid Japanese beetles are coming, but I'm not sure when. I don't think I've seen any yet. Over here, which are getting huge, are 4 different kinds of peas, mostly snap peas. So it's very tempting, but these aren't fat enough yet. But I really want to eat them all. And then I have more black-seeded Simpson lettuce, which I think is my favorite. More carrots. Red romaine lettuce. More peas. And then these are my absolute favorite of the peas. And they're getting huge. It's got to be over 6 feet tall now because they're way bigger than I am. These are like Carabi du... I don't know, it's like a French name for a snow pea that I can't pronounce, but the flowers are really pretty. And then on the other side of the trellis, which aren't really growing too much, these are those Mexican sour cucumbers, the ones that are supposed to grow up and look like a little watermelon. So I'm hoping they'll go up the other side of that trellis. Over here, I need to put some string there. Get some white cucumbers. And then, well, this is supposed to be shaded, but the cucumbers aren't doing as well as I thought. Some long-standing Simpson lettuce. And this is supposed to be radicchio. And this is arugula. And I've never actually had those two before, but I planted them anyway. And these are Armenian cucumbers, which my first ones died from cucumber beetles, and then I just put these in, and I found a bunch of cucumber beetles on the other one this morning, so I don't know if they will make it. This is my green zucchini. And there's some on there. And there's one just dying to be picked. And on the other side, my yellow zucchini. And then over here, for this trellis, these are lemon cucumbers. And then in the middle, there's a delicata squash, which I think there's even some little babies. That's my favorite because you can actually eat the rind, so you don't have to try to mess around with peeling it before you cook it. Little baby lemon cucumbers. And in the back, I have some bush delicatas, which aren't supposed to need a trellis, so I thought I'd try them. Over here, these are my bush beans. I have bush beans with, here's a cucumber beetle. It's gonna die. Yeah, so every 2 weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks, I'm planting a different kind of bush bean and then lettuce in the middle. So I planted Provider and then Butter Crunch, and then a couple weeks later I did some early Italian bush beans, some little gem lettuces, and then just a couple days ago I planted some Eureka yellow wax beans and some Avon spinach. Over here, the nasturtiums are going crazy. I just wish, these leaves are huge and beautiful. I just wish they weren't hiding those gorgeous blooms. And this is my tomato bed, and it looks like my 2 Stupice tomatoes have some baby fruits on them. That's good. And then I have some basil interplanted. And this is yellow romas. I don't know why this one is so dwarfed this year. Last year they got really tall. This is the Blue Beauty. And there's some of them on there. Pretty excited for these because I'm just a sucker for weird colored vegetables. And here we have the Oregon Spring tomatoes, which did pretty good last year. These are for more of a cool climate, which we've definitely had here. More nasturtiums. More flowers hiding. I really like the speckled leaves. And here I have 2 planters that I'm hoping will go up this trellis that I made of rebar and remesh. We'll see. I planted Malabar spinach in the back, which is it's not really a spinach, but it looks like it and you can use it like it, and it climbs and it's really pretty with a red stem. It's been pretty cold here, so I finally got a couple to germinate, and then in front of them, zinnias. More nasturtiums, obviously I'm a little bit partial. Then these marigolds are just huge, although they haven't sent up blooms yet. Got marigolds and zinnias. And then nasturtiums too. And these are just gorgeous. I don't know if this is the papayas and cream or the peaches and cream mix. A whole bunch of peppers, so we'll see. I didn't have good luck with peppers last year. These are Violet Sparkle. This is early jalapeno. Some Chocolate Beauty. Ancho. I'm not sure, there's hot mix. There's a whole bunch of them. Kind of covered up the tag.